Last week, I posted a status on Facebook that read, "I love dancing around my room. It never fails to make me smile." Meredy proceeded to like my status, which led me to imagine Meredy dancing around her house, which brought a smile to my face. I think the world of Meredy. She's a wonderful administrator, mentor, and friend. Welcome, Meredy Rice Benson, head of school.
I just want to say that Gemma is my only student in the school that I'm Facebook friends with. I actually have a policy not to be friends with students until after they've graduated, and somehow this girl, got around me. Thank you so much. I'm actually going to try taking my glasses off and kicking into my age-related farsightedness, because I think it's going to work, this being so far away from the mic. I just want to say one quick thing. Jeff, where are you seated? There you go. Okay, you didn't mention in your speech, but you did a very powerful project for me in 9th grade on the history of the mullet. And I have not forgotten. Stuck. Krishnamurti maintained that right education involved educating the young not only for academic excellence, which was a given, but also holistically. Equal emphasis needed to be placed on inward reflection, self-knowledge and awareness, and the development of the sensitivity toward nature, the environment, beauty, ourselves, and others. And since 1975, Oak Grove School has been a model for the kind of education that can change the world. Over the last 36 years, the school has grown from a handful of students to over 200. And our impact on the broader educational world has been subtle but significant. Pioneering themes of education, environmental sustainability, the importance of exposing children to nature, schools keeping organic gardens, attention toward the connection between healthful living and the capacity to learn, taking care of the needs of the social, emotional side of children, as well as their academics. These things were part of the fabric of Oak Grove School from the beginning. And now they are much more commonly seen in education generally. And Oak Grove is continuing to pioneer what a school can really be. Our partnerships with Ojai Valley Land Conservancy, Once Upon a Watershed, Ventura Wild, many other local nonprofits have allowed us to serve the public by offering educational opportunities to those children that don't go to Oak Grove. Literally hundreds of people visit each year, hundreds of visiting educators who leave us inspired and excited to take a little bit of Oak Grove-ness back to their own classrooms and their own schools. And my hope is that one day more schools will also embrace the deeper mission of Oak Grove School, the one that remains, for me, truly unique and transformative. To inquire into the possibility of something beyond knowledge, beyond the materialistic world, something immeasurable, something sacred, and in so doing, explore the possibility of bringing a different order of human relationship, a truly different kind of society. It seems to me to bring this about, to change the world, requires a fundamental change of mind. Can our minds change on a moment-to-moment basis, seeing things anew, seeing with fresh eyes, being vigilant regarding our tendency to fall into established patterns and rigid grooves? Can our minds be more attentive, watchful, and sensitive, and less prone to conditioning and bias and assumptions? Can we literally learn to think differently? These questions are at the core of our explorations here and convince me that our mission is more imperative than ever. As a recent documentary on education noted, top colleges are now bemoaning the fact that their undergraduates, those with the top SAT scores and the highest GPAs, are essentially lacking one skill: to think for themselves. One professor complains, what will they do when a new virus comes into being? One that's not been seen before, one that's not in the textbook. And my hope is that they call Jeff. As the dominant culture continues to promote this frenzy of one-size-fits-all, competitive stress, focused on standardized tests, and call it a model of rigorous education, how is it that a school like ours, which de-emphasizes grades, that puts standardized tests into perspective, that encourages balance, that honors all students, not ranking students on an honor roll, why is it that we manage to turn out the innovative, creative, dynamic, critical thinkers? I think that Jeff put it brilliantly. Students here are encouraged to question, to doubt, to look from all different angles. They are encouraged to inquire deeply and continuously into the truth of things, not because the book says so, not because the teacher says so, but because they have investigated and inquired into it for themselves. Our job is to nurture the next generation of thoughtful, self-aware, compassionate, and innovative young people who have the potential to make a difference in the world. And the students of our school, the past students, the present students, and the future students, and present students, I hope you looked around today and got to see what some of them are like, right? They served your table, and they guided you to our table, and they have done a wonderful job emceeing, as Gemma has done. These students are living proof of our potential to change the world. We're doing important work here, but it's made possible by supporters like you. Krishnamurti acknowledged that to maintain a small school of the right kind is financially difficult. And boy, do I ever know that that's true. But he also said that when there is love of the child, all things are possible. 3 years ago, Oak Grove was running a deficit of almost $500,000. Not sustainable in any way, shape, or form. In fact, dangerously close to the brink. But you know what? We pulled together, we made a plan, and we have stuck to it. Through the hard work and sacrifice and dedication of our teachers and support staff, through the incredible generosity, both in gifts of time and money, from our parents, former parents, alumni, and friends of the school, and despite the economic downturn that has caused many small private schools to close, Oak Grove has gone from strength to strength. In 3 short years, we have achieved what seemed impossible, reaching a balanced budget, demonstrating that we are a fiscally sound and self-sustaining school. You didn't pause for tearing up. We have strengthened and sustained ourselves thanks to the generosity of interested and caring people such as you. The Extraordinary Life Society has grown, allowing us to depend on multiple year pledges. Parents and former parents have supported much-needed year-to-year scholarships for students who would be unable to attend otherwise. We received the front money to be able to convert our residential facility, Besant House, to solar power. And every year, we have not only raised enough funds through annual giving and this beautiful tea to meet our financial obligations, but we have also begun to exceed our goals. You can't imagine what that means in the life of a school. When donors pledge and give year after year, demonstrating their love and support in such tangible and consistent ways, it inspires our confidence, my confidence, to plan for the years ahead. For example, next year, finally, we will be able to take the first small step to getting our teachers on a faculty salary scale, a tiny baby step toward reaching a point where our teachers will be paid commensurate with the California Association of Independent Schools. That's a big deal for our teachers, just that baby step. And we are here, and I know I speak for all the teachers and the support staff of Oak Grove. And I'm going to take a risk to say I believe I'm speaking for you too, that we are here as an act of love. We're here because of our love for the students, our love for the community, and our love for the deepest mission of our school. Love for those graduates like Jeff and his lovely wife, Alexandra, who are already out there making a difference in the world. Love for our students like Gemma, who's about to embark on that journey. And the combination of that love and the financial commitment of our donors is a powerful one, not just for ongoing sustainability, but for the vision of our future. What if we could take a giant step toward compensating our teachers in line with what they truly deserve? What if we could establish a formal outreach program for visiting educators who could learn from our model of education? What if we could convert the entire campus to solar power, retrofit our classrooms for energy conservation, and truly be a model of green education? And what if we could build our endowment to a point where our annual needs were guaranteed every year? You were invited here with a question. What if, in just 1 hour, you could change the world? The world of which we are all a part. The world we are all responsible for. This one world. Well, you can. You can change the world right now. Thank you.